So I finished The Christmas Cake Murder. Now this, I have not been reading these in order. I have like a ton of both, so keep that in mind. I was trying to do them in order, but yeah. So I'm going to tell you this. I forgot what order this one is in. It's like in the 20s or something. This you do not have to read in order. In fact, I would even recommend reading this one first, because then you can kind of get the sense of how things came to be with how Hannah, her sister Michelle, her sister Andrea, her mother, came to the situation. This is more of a prequel, and it's the first mystery that she's solved. I also really, I'm going to say this, that the way that Joanne Fluke wrote in this book versus the others was different, but I really, really enjoyed it. Like, if she wrote more like this with, so she's like reading through it ended up being a diary, but if it was like that, and then solving it through that would be really cool. Like, that would be an awesome series. So slightly different, same characters, but still doing that. Really enjoyed, loved it. There is adoption in this one. Now, I will say, the way that adoption was done in this one versus the Blueberry Muffin Murder, while it's frustrating that adoption is like put in, it makes sense to this story of why Essie, who is the person who was aimed at, and I say aimed at because she didn't get unalived, had to put her child up for adoption. It's not that she wanted to, it's that she had to do it literally for her safety reasons. And even though that happened, I don't want to give everything away, but even though that happened, Essie, who is the birth mom, was still in the child's life. The child did not know she was adopted. Nobody knew that Essie had a child, in fact. But again, it was literally safety reasons because there were people going to kill them. But she was still in her life. She still kept an eye on her. She still provided, even though the daughter did not know. And it wasn't until the end that it was actually because of Hannah, our main character, that she released that information when she found out. Now, I like that. Okay, like, you found out and you told her, instead of in the Blueberry Muffin Murder where you didn't tell, I think her name was Jane. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. This, great example. The Blueberry Muffin Murder, bad example, okay? But again, I still really enjoyed this series. It was fun. Now, the recipes in this book are, she always has recipes, and it's one of my favorites. And by the way, all of these sounded so good. So, the Cocoa Crunch cookies, honey apple crisp, anytime peach pie, melt in your mouth pork roast, ultimate lemon bundt cake, Cool Whip lemon frosting, bacon and sausage breakfast burritos, cashew butter blossom cookies, chocolate hazelnut bonbons. Those sounded so good. Ultimate butterscotch bundt cake, Cool Whip butterscotch frosting, ultimate Christmas bundt cake, Cool Whip white chocolate frosting, and mint dream cookies. So again, if you're not going to read them in order, which I do recommend, but you can put this one first because it's really the prequel to what happens the rest of the time. The girls are pretty young, and this is right when Hannah gets her bakery and stuff. So yeah, but it was very enjoyable. Highly recommend. Great for Christmas, by the way. I mean, obviously, and it is a very short read, so I will say that.